Productivity is never an accident. It is always a result of commitment to excellence, to planning and focused effort. Probably more important is digital decluttering. Okay, so today I'm going to share some thoughts on anybody looking to move up or to do something extraordinary for themselves. And we all realize that all of us have 168 hours per week, right? Whether you are the CEO, an entrepreneur, or somebody with a regular 9-to-5 job, anything, right? But after you subtract driving, hygiene, sleeping, your regular work, all the miscellaneous tasks, you are normally left with around 30 to 50 hours per week. Now, this is of course if you count the weekends, and I want people to use their weekends wisely. Many of us actually end up spending this time on social media, on watching, shorts on YouTube or TikTok, catching up on some Netflix, right? Going to the movies once or twice a week, dinners, eating out a few times a week, right? So much of our free time actually gets eaten up, right? And I'm not saying that these things are not important, but that is why we feel that there aren't just enough hours of the week to do something that you truly want, to do something that is truly for yourself, right? So, but if you want to change your life or your generations, then, there's something that's got to give. I apply some 10 to 15 habits that I feel end up saving me around 20 hours a week. And I look to utilize those 20 hours really wisely and meticulously. And these look to boost my productivity. And then I use that time to basically do what I want, look to break free. That's what I want to do. And if you guys remember Paul Mayer, and you may recall he was one of the pioneers in self-improvement industry, right? He, I believe, said, productivity is never an accident. It is always a result of commitment to excellence, to planning and focused effort. I probably screwed this up, but that's basically what he said. And there's also some studies show that people who write down their tasks enhance their productivity by around 25%. And that actually leads me to point number one, is to have a prioritized to-do list for the following workday. That way, you will know exactly what you're going to be doing in the morning or in your free time. What are you going to be spending your precious minutes and hours into, right? So what I do is I always have a notebook. It's in my pocket. I don't want to take it out when I'm driving, but I always have a notebook, pocket-sized notebook, and a pen with me at all times. That is a given. And every single night, I write down what I'm going to be doing. What is the most valuable thing, the game-changing thing that I need to do tomorrow? And I have that on that every single night. So this saves you a lot of confusion when you are in the morning or you are busy with some work, but now you have some free time to do what you want to do. And this is what you will end up doing because this is important. So you're saving time because you're not spending time planning, procrastinating about planning. You're just doing the task. The decision has already been, of course, made for you, and you have made it with full conscious understanding. A lot of the habits or these one-time changes that I'm going to talk about in this video help you limit the amount of decisions that you actually make. And when that happens, when you're limiting the amount of decisions you are making, then you have loads of time that you can spend where you actually want to spend for your future. The car is actually just parked at this intersection and not moving. Anyways, so there was another article I was reading, I believe in Psychology Today, that estimates that humans make around 2,000 decisions per hour. Now that may be a little difficult to comprehend, but I do believe that, especially when I'm in the hospital, a doctor is looking at a few things, they're making a decision every few seconds, right? So, and there was another study that said that humans make around 35,000 decisions per day, but that ends up leading to depleting your brain energy, right? And you want to focus on things that is really important. So that leads us to number two, and that is having a limited wardrobe and wearing the same thing every single day. I usually have 2 pairs of jeans, and that's what I circulate. The same blue shirt that I normally wear. I'm wearing one right now. One is getting clean, one I'm wearing, right? So this reduces a lot of headache for me, and a lot of successful entrepreneurs actually wear the same clothes every single day. You look at them, you look at Jeff Bezos, you look at, of course, Steve Jobs. He is the pioneer guy in this. He used to wear the same thing over and over again, right? But I mean, we don't need to be fashion influencers, right? We can be fine with the way we speak, with the influence that we have, the lives that we change. We don't need to have fancy clothes every single day, right? We don't need that. So the other thing people can do is have a pairs of clothes. For example, they can mix and match if they really want to, be a little different. You can mix and match with a certain clothes that you have in your wardrobe. I've thrown out my jeans that I used to have. I've thrown out a couple of my shirts. Hey, I don't need that. They're just there in my closet. I never wear them. I don't need that, right? So in the morning, you need to be able to just get up and go and build on that momentum without having to think too much and get that things going. And don't let selecting what you're going to be dressing in to be a drag for you down the line. So another quote that comes to mind is from Leonardo da Vinci, and he said that simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. And is that similar to the Mercedes saying? The Mercedes is, I think, best or nothing, right? But anyways, so number 3 is decluttering. So this goes in line with what I've just talked about. But decluttering in a wardrobe sense, we understand, right? But otherwise, in your house, on your table, anything that does not need to be there, throw it out. Anything that does not need to come into your house, don't buy it. Don't bring it in. If you have a couple of good knives, you don't need a million knife set, right? Don't get it. If you have it, take it away. When you want to do something quick, slice up some apples, you know exactly which knife to pick up, right? So things that take up space in your home also take up space in your brain. And that leads to you having problems. It confuses your mind. It takes up the memory space that you need for the essential items. So all of these things end up saving time and declutters your mind. For example, tapes. You have an area in your house where you have tapes. You have a place in your house where you have glue, right? So when you need it, you know exactly where to go for it, right? So that was physical decluttering. Now, in this day and age, probably more important is digital decluttering, and I'm going to give you 2 ways by which you can easily digitally declutter yourself. And this, of course, is everywhere for us, right? On our computers, laptops, cell phones, tablets, what have you, right? What I do is I don't subscribe to many things. I don't go for offers, 10% off offer for this and that. I don't do any of that. If I have somehow that sneaks into my inbox, I get rid of it. I put it to delete, spam, unsubscribe. So unsubscribe all of those things for yourself. It only takes about 5 seconds. And in Gmail, if you have Gmail, you can easily select, and it has options where you can actually select and get rid of everything. Now, 2 things that I wanted to talk to you about that are really going to help. One is a Chrome extension. One is a Chrome extension that is a Newsfeed Eradicator. Now, if you have social media, which every one of us have, right? We have news feeds. You open it up and we get loads of things that we don't need to watch. And we end up watching animal videos for the next half an hour. That destroys your productivity. When you have a Newsfeed Eradicator, this is a plugin in Chrome, Chrome extension actually. And this extension removes all that. So if you have social media, you need to go there to look at your latest post or something, then you use that. Another thing that I use is a content management platform called Metricool, Metricool, and they're not sponsoring, they're not paying me any money. But if you have a social media like I do, you tend to, have a lot of posts out there. And what helps me is that Metricool puts all the comments within Metricool. So when that happens, I'm only responding to comments within Metricool. I don't have to go to X, Twitter. I don't have to go to Instagram to respond to somebody. And I can do that easily and look at all my metrics on Metricool. Hopefully that helps. And let me know what you think. If you have any other thoughts, I'm going to have further videos on my more 10 to 15 other habits that I believe that has helped me out in saving 20 hours a day. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you.